Go for it.
Because I have so many questions.
Whenever you're ready, babe.
For real, when you talk to yourself and when you're talking to yourself, are you like, the responses you're giving yourself, is it what you want to hear or what you need to hear?
I have a long answer for that. I cannot answer that right now.
We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
Hi, guys. My name is Tamia. Welcome to the Embrace Dreams podcast. What's your name?
What's up, y'all? Semaj.
So before we were getting started, we was talking about talking to ourselves, and Semaj talks to himself and answers himself. Is that crazy? Yes.
I don't think that's crazy. But then again, I understand how, because it's like, it's not a social norm.
Okay. But still, like...
But I always give myself two answers. Because I got to make sure I put myself in one shoe and then the other shoe when I answer that question.
So what shoe do you choose? Give an example.
The one that got the less red flags. That's all I can say.
So do you ever, oh Lord, do you ever, like, say you came up with a decision, before you, like, do what you decided on, do you consult with another person?
No, I actually I'll consult what I chose for myself. I'll consult that with another person, and then I'll take those actual judgments. And okay, because I got my own idea, but I do want to I gotta hear it from somebody else to see if what I said to myself made sense.
So what happens if you only have one response to what you're talking about?
I actually sit back and have to think about what's going on, because that means I'm not thinking on the right track.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's really different.
I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. But what's the first official topic? Like, because that was crazy. That was a good question.
First official topic, we're going to talk about social media. So my question is, or what I think we should talk about is, do you think that your brand can survive off of social media alone?
No, not really. I don't think no brand can survive off just social media alone.
I think so.
You think so?
I truly think so, yes. Especially, like, in today's time, social media is so, like, social media can make or break you. So if you had social media alone and everyone is on it these days, like, I feel like that's all you need in terms of, like, advertising, to a certain extent. But, like, most of the time, yeah. If you go on social media, advertise yourself, advertise your brand, get the right target audience, once you're there, like, it can make or break you. Once you get other platforms talking about you on social media, that's all you need is for your brand, you to get across on different platforms of social media.
I mean, I get your point. It's just more so like, I've seen people come up doing it outside of social media, and they've done 1,000 different ways of advertising whatever they had going on. So it's just like, just because I've seen it before, and I've seen it, and this was prior to the social media age, but it's like, now that social media, that's just the number one advertising thing. So yeah, I do see what you're saying. Like, it's the best way to advertise, social media. Like, it don't matter how you do it, social media is going to be the best way. But people don't think about, oh, a card on somebody's car. Oh, I've seen this before, or you know what I'm saying, or nobody, or just because I see it on Instagram and this and the third, I'm not on. Everybody not always on their phone 24/7, but everybody is always on their phone. So that's why social media is the best. But it's like, when they're not on their phone, how else are they seeing your brand?
You're smart.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I feel like they cannot, they can survive, but they cannot survive. It's just like, it's all about your hustle, your consistency. And then sometimes your brand don't even need social media advertisement.
Really? Give an example. No pressure, I'm sorry.
It's just
no,
illegal jobs.
Oh, Jesus.
Those are like word of mouth advertisement.
Okay.
You know, that's a fact. Like, think about it. Mm-hmm. When you ask who would do this, they be like, oh, this person, that person.
That's true. Okay.
Because you can't just be texting and typing all the time. Everybody knows the government watching your phone.
I feel like that's different though in terms of what you're talking about.
I'm talking about, this is all in general, but it's just still like, even if just not the government, the police can tap your phone, and FBI, like, all these people can, and that's all government and city officials and stuff. Like, think about it, like, all this, yeah. That's why I was like, yeah. It's all about what you. It's all about what you promoting. That's all I can say. It's definitely all about what you promoting for sure.
Okay, but in terms of promoting things that are legal, like I feel like you need social media.
Social media is your biggest help. You might not need it because you might meet the right person, and that might offset your brand. And you might, oh snap, this one person helped me put my brand into these stores, or help me put this shoe into this store.
But once it's in those stores, how do you advertise that?
Exactly. And it'd be like, now you go back to social media, which is like I agree with you. It's the biggest, not the, you can't only survive off that, but it's like you can go without one or the other depending on what your brand is.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, I just feel like, yeah, it's all about, yeah, it's just really all about what your brand is. I had a question about allocated funds at Lincoln University. So, school get grants, funding might go up from year to year. Scholarships might come in. Where should those funds go as a student?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know where they go. That's how much I feel
That's a
like
problem.
Yeah, that's how much I feel like they're not going to the right place, because I don't even know where they go. It's a lot of times, like for example, homecoming's coming up. You gotta pay for homecoming tickets, you also gotta pay for this, you gotta pay for that. Why couldn't our tuition cover that? Why couldn't those allotted funds cover that? So it's a lot of questions of where the funds should go, but you gotta start with, where are the funds going?
Well, I can kind of answer that part.
Where are the funds
well,
going?
at least at Lincoln, I can.
Where are the funds going? To these buildings that they keep building?
So, they keep building.
They have nothing to do with what.
Yeah, so
They're building offices.
Yeah.
We need more dorms. We need to renovate the dorms.
That was my biggest thing, because I was like, if they're not going to build more dorms, at least renovate what we have. Like McCreary is already a historical building. Freddie D, Hansberry, and Ashman, like these buildings have been here, but they have been the same since when my mom went here, and that's kind of crazy. Like the only thing that might have changed is Wi-Fi. And
if that,
like that's what I'm saying. And they used to have phones in the building, like the street phones.
If you go in Hansberry, on the floors, they have these little cubbies, and that's where the phones used to be. Oh my god,
my mom and them used to use that. My mom used to call my dad every day on that. Every day.
Yeah, where you at? Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to tell you.
But yeah, I don't think the funding is benefiting us as much as it should be. I'm not gonna say not at all, because at the end of the day,
it's benefiting.
It's benefiting us because we go here. But
they're definitely not putting it in the right places.
Now, what they should do, I feel like they should reach out to us some type of way to ask
Sometimes they do, but I don't feel like they do it enough.
How they reach out to us?
No.
Surveys that they never look at. No, seriously.
They be sending, sometimes they throw something out in the student wire. Exactly.
All right, that's on me. You read the student wire?
Not as much as I should.
Or just another thing, and this could be a far stretch. The student wire goes to our school email. You know how much our student email is flooded? Not even with things for school, all those scam emails and stuff like that, but IT can't fix it. We always have these scam emails. But I can't remember the last time I saw a student wire email pop up. Think about it.
I think they do it every week. Do one every week. Or I don't know if they do it every day, I doubt it, but definitely every week, or maybe once every month, or something like that.
Okay, when's the last time you read the student wire? Or not even just when's the last time you knew the student wire was in your inbox? You got a notification, student wire, this.
Oh no, I don't get a notification about student
exactly.
Wire. But
when's the last time you got a notification that your Lincoln email is about to get shut down?
Often enough. A little more than often.
Exactly. So going back to the allotted funds and figuring out where to go to benefit the students, is other ways to advertise it so that we can see it. Boom, boom, ching.
Oh my God. Please stop doing that. That is crazy. Anywho. Oh my God. So one thing I will say is with some of the allocated funds that they do get. I'll speak on at least athletics, right? They pick and choose how much money goes to which sport. Like athletics is flooded all together. Like if they give $1 million to athletics, it's not just to basketball, football. It's to all the programs. They just choose what they want to. They just choose what they what team they want to spend it on, how much this team might get or whatever. So in that regard, I feel like that's not even fair. Like it's so many. We got a lot of sports on this team. Why can't we just bring back the lacrosse team? I think they're trying to bring a tennis club to the school. So it's like football is already established. Now it's like, okay, they might be able to spend a little bit more money on recruiting. Basketball is established, men's and women. Track is established. So it's like, why are we not helping lacrosse start up? Why are we not helping them get into an official conference so they're actually competing for something and not just playing all these exhibition games? Softball, baseball. Why they not advertise? They don't even advertise their games that much, even on social media. Like they don't even do it. Like only reason why I see it is because when I played for Lincoln, I followed all of the sports pages. So and I always still followed them. So it was never nothing for me to like follow up. But it was like now that once I became a regular student and then like stopped paying attention, like because I'm not always on my phone. So it was like, dang, I seen there was a soccer game, but I didn't even pay attention to the date. It was yesterday, and I thought I wanted to go, but it's like they don't advertise it enough. So it's like these funds can go to like better advertisement, better recruiting, and like trying to get the sports teams that's not established more established. Renovating the dorm rooms, bringing back the Lincolnian. You know what I'm saying? They should put, why are they not putting money into our news station and newspaper and radio station? Those should be combined, in my opinion, because you might have some people that just want to do it like, just have it on paper. Then you might have some people that just actually rather speak about it same way we speaking about it. So it's just like, I get it, but it's like these funds need to be like, they do need to reach out in a better way, because obviously Lincoln social media is piss poor.
Question, and you don't have, it's just a thought, but you should answer it. So we have all these issues that we're aware of, and I guarantee you like other students are complaining about it too, especially like you talk about the athletics probably complain about their advertisement. How do we advocate to push to change it? Because how long has the advertisement for the lacrosse team, for the tennis team been booty?
Well, when I came to Lincoln, there was no lacrosse team.
When I came to
there was a club. They're still a club. But that's what I'm saying. Why did it take them until my junior year for them to bring it here? It was already in the talks my freshman year. Why did it take them freshman year? Why did it take them 3 years to do that? That's kind of ridiculous. But then I understand there's a lot of loopholes and everything you gotta go to. Of course, that take time. But it's like, y'all not even spending money to do it, and y'all getting money to do it.
So how do we convince them to use the money?
I feel like Lincoln's. Sometimes I feel like they're selfish. Sometimes I really do.
I feel like we're talking so bad about Lincoln.
Oh no, I love my HBCU. It's a lot of great things I can speak about, but it's just like these funds that when it comes to funds, and we see what what Lincoln gets, we see that they're getting this money, but we're not being shown where this money is going. The only thing I can sit here and say that they spent money on and
is the construction.
It benefited the students was Amos.
What is the art building?
The art building where the art majors and everything is at. That's the closest thing I've seen that was beneficial to the students, because they use that firsthand. Classrooms is this, is that in there, and it's very much up to date. Why are we not updating University Hall? It looked the same as when my mom went here. Like that's all these things is ridiculous. The only thing they added was like little smart boards and chalk and stuff like that. You know, they had chalkboards and stuff, but it's like all they did was add technology.
Yeah, it also takes time though. Like we don't know how much it costs to renovate these things at the same time.
I mean,
But I also think they should have thought about what they did first. Like we didn't need Amos as much as we needed hot water in the dorms or renovated dorms. You gotta live here before you go to school here. Like you gotta make sure you wake up and be able to brush your teeth before you go to class. Like
yeah, that brown water situation was crazy.
we had brown water.
You don't remember that?
No.
It was like sometime last year. That was bad. It was a bad time.
You had brown, like you witnessed the brown water? I did
I had
not.
to go to somebody else's room to brush my teeth.
Yeah. They need do the school know that? Like the people who do the funds know we had brown water?
I would hope so, because there's no way in the world, because they fixed it. So I will hope. I will hope they know. It just fixed magically. You want to know what's a big thing? So they trying to. So how the campus used to be kind of like spread out back then, but they want to move the plots. It costs money to do that, right? And my thing is, y'all gonna spend money on changing something that actually we like everybody liked the plots being together, like right there in front of, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's a good meetup spot for homecoming and stuff, but they done took that away and moved it somewhere. So now they're gonna spend money to take everybody and just spread them back out, and it's like,
Wait, what's the purpose of that?
that's my point. It's like, what's the purpose? You're going to have to spend money to do that, and you're taking something away from the students that we actually just rather keep. Like, why not keep everything right there? It could be a bunch of how we had parties and everything. You can spend that little couple $100,000, like, put that to a building. See what I'm saying? Like,
Y'all knew about this? Sorry.
It's always
Y'all knew about that?
it's been in the talks. They I don't know. They said they was going to do it within the next 3-4 years, but I have no clue.
So if they were to move them, what would go in place of there? Like just not. That's a waste of money.
That was the point I'm trying to make. It's like that's something we like. It's something the students actually like. Like people don't understand. Well, especially the freshmen and sophomores now, they don't understand how when homecoming was right there and all the alumni and everybody from school is on the plots. It's just like I was at the plots. It's just like everybody was out there. It's a good time. And then you now want to spread them back out. It's like, what's the point? Like, what if we just want to meet up on a regular school day? Hey, just come to the plots. All right, that's everybody know where the plots is at. Or just come to my plot. Where y'all? Now you gotta ask where y'all plot located.
So do they still plan on moving the plots?
That I'm not Greek. I heard that from a Greek friend, and he was vouching, saying the same thing, saying like it's pointless to move it.
Yeah.
Because he was a big advocate on funds being spent on elsewhere rather than redoing plots and putting something right there. Because before the plots, the LC courts used to be right there.
Was it still called LC courts?
No, it was called the Cage. Remember don't you know the class we got with Guy Sims? Mm-hmm. Remember, he the one who said that. Mm-hmm. That's how I remembered that. And then he showed us a picture. So I was like, oh, okay. So y'all spent money to tear that down, bring the plots together, and redo the courts, just for y'all to end up doing it again when it's bigger problems that we have now as a campus. Y'all done made the campus 10 times bigger from the 80s and 90s. So that money should be making sure this campus can at least stay up to par with how big we are, or we're not even a big school, but it's like if we're going to expand, let's take that money to make sure like it's expanding in the right way.
That just goes back to say like they don't prioritize like what should be renovated, what should be tore down. It's just like we don't use the plots anymore for what we used to use them anymore. Now let's break them down. But there was no need to do that. Like we don't have homecoming on the plots no more. We do it at the ICC, tailgates and stuff like that at the ICC for safety reasons. But
I'm not a big fan.
I know, me either, but it's crazy. But that don't mean you have to rip it down, because at the end of the day, like, we still use the pots for smaller occasions, and it wasn't causing no harm of it being there. Like, you ripping it down and it's just empty space, and I guarantee you they're not going to put anything there that
For a minute.
Yeah.
The freshman class is going to graduate before they put something there if they was to ever move it while they're here. Like
And
if
it's
they was
gonna
to
make
move
something
it,
unnecessary,
and
like-
then they're gonna say they have the same problem. Why did I move it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and another thing I realized, like, I love that they redid the calf. Like
Mm-hmm.
the way they did it's actually nice. But if y'all gonna redo the calf, why didn't we get better food?
I think that's different.
I'd rather you get better food first than redo the calf, because it's like we still gonna come to the calf.
That's different though, because they're under a contract. Like, you got to find another person to do a contract with. Like, that's a whole different ballpark, I believe.
But my thing is, you telling me you couldn't wait, because at the end of the month, at the end of the day, yes, well, sometimes they got to spend that money in a certain amount of time.
And we also don't know how long their contract is with who we have.
But it's like, come on now. But I think they just renewed their contract with Thompson Hospitality.
Oh, so then we're not getting.
But if you are just renewed it, why then y'all just redid the calf? That contract with the calf was supposed to be done 2 years ago.
What happened?
I don't know. It beats me. But all I know is that, like, the lunch lady, they was all, once they said they was redoing the calf, they said, yeah, we're gonna have a Chick-fil-A, we're gonna add John, this and the third, like. But they said where the John was going to be at, that's where Chick-fil-A was going to be, right there, and John was going to be in the wellness. But they ended up flipping it. Now the entire wellness is going to be Chick-fil-A, I think, and something else.
No, I think it's going to be a whole food court with a Chick-fil-A. I think. You don't see the picture outside the cab.
But that little sign, I didn't never pay attention to it, but I know for a fact that's where Chick-fil-A will be at. I will be there.
Yeah, at least
Well, actually,
we got
no,
one thing that's
I won't be
good.
there.
So they listen. We getting better.
Oh, well, they definitely
food
listen.
options.
Yeah, they definitely listen where we wanted some food. John is not too bad. It's just like, this right
Yeah,
here.
I liked BRB better. Unpopular opinion. Right? That's what it's called. BRB with the
Yeah.
burger. Yeah, I like that better than
Yeah,
John.
take me back to KFC.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, it's all the same food.
That's why I was like,
It's
take
no
me back
difference.
take me back to KFC. 'Cause-
Yeah, it was fake KFC. That's why. Oh my
No.
gosh, you think Chick-fil-A gonna be real Chick-fil-A? Please, you think it's gonna be real Chick-fil-A?
They're not gonna have the full. They're not gonna have the entire menu.
It's not gonna be the entire menu, and it's
going-
not gonna be Chick-fil-A. It's gonna be fake Chick-fil-A.
I
How
don't
much
think
you
no,
want
no,
to bet?
no, no, no. It's gonna be real Chick-fil-A.
No,
because
because KFC wasn't real KFC.
I'm gonna tell you how.
All right,
Because
go ahead.
my freshman year it was. COVID hit, and then there's like money. The economy was all messed up. So like I don't know what it was, but that's when they started not really. You know what I'm saying, they took away some of the best meals from the KFC. So I was like, dang, like KFC not the same how it was freshman year. Then they came. Then that's when I started eating BRB. Then they took that away and put John, and I was like, well, John is cool. I'll take that over BRB. Now we've been saying bring the Chick-fil-A, and it's like not taking too long for me. I'll come back as an alumni to do that.
Oh right, you're. You won't see Chick-fil-A. I'll let you know if it's fake or not.
That's crazy. I feel like they did that on purpose.
That's with a lot of things. Like, we talking about renovating the dorms and stuff. They're not gonna do that until we're gone.
Mind you, they're supposed to be building a new ASL. When are they going to break ground for that?
That's what I thought. That's
the president's office.
Yeah.
They're going to be the president's office. And there's going to be financial aid and I think bursars, if I'm not mistaken.
So what they gonna do with all like the other buildings that they're already in? Like Lincoln Hall is where Registrar and Bursar are right now.
So I think they're going. to start renovating and renovating those. But it's like, just change it to a different office or something. Because if y'all putting the president's office and the vice president's office in there, and then y'all putting financial aid and
it makes sense to them.
yeah, it of course it makes sense to them, but never to us. Until we see it, and then we're like, okay, I get it, but you could have did this first. Because I remember one time, my organization, we was promoting the event inside of Freddie. I walked in the sauna when I walked in that door. I was like, it's too hot. and it wasn't even cold yet.
Yeah, that's all the freshmen do.
That's ridiculous. It was like that my freshman year, but I'm just like, come on now. But then I think it's part. I think it's part of the freshman experience. Like
Yeah,
you just
when I
gotta
get-
live in Freddie, Ashman, McCrary, and Hansberry in order to get the real like complain about the dorms in order for you to get some kind of change. Because when they do change it, and then those we had air conditioning, it'd be like, yeah, y'all ain't got a real freshman experience. Like now you got something to just mess with them about.
Okay, but think about it. Like, what is the purpose of that? Like,
To get them to renovate it.
okay, we've been saying that we've been doing.
Oh,
all
you're
this
saying-
stuff.
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
What's the point of having this freshman experience? Like you said, they're going to renovate it because they hear us complaining, but been complaining since your freshman year. That was so sorry. That was a lot. That was.
You hate me.
No, I don't. You were just saying like since your freshman year, like, and they still haven't renovated it. I'm
They
sorry.
ain't do
You're not that
nothing.
old, but you kind of push.
What? I'm what?
Next topic. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, you know the basketball team, right? So,
Here at Lincoln.
so the girls won championship probably like 3 years ago, and the boys won last year. Don't you? All right, it's a basketball topic, but don't you know how people always say, "Oh, the football team might not go win this, and that, third." Like it's just, they assume that they're not going to win, and already putting that negative energy in the air. Though the basketball team just won, men and women's, with the energy surrounding that sport, do you feel like they'll repeat?
Their win?
They'll win again this year.
Yes. I don't even think it's just because of the energy. It's because of the talent. Like, you still have a couple of the people who were part of the winning team still on the team, and they're putting in that work. Now, what you're saying for football, I understand what you're saying. Like, we put the negative, and now that I think about it, yeah, that's kind of crazy.
We purposely be like, bro,
y'all gonna lose, like-
we know, like, that's my thing. Like, I'm more like, I know you're not too in tune with football, but I know for a fact, like, football team
I'm not
has good
tuned
players.
in with any of the sports. I just go just to watch them.
Play.
And
I hope they win.
I hope they win, and I also I don't understand either of the games.
Well, you just made a great take on the basketball team.
I know.
You don't even know what you said.
I do know what
What'd
I
you
said.
say?
I said that the basketball teams are gonna make a repeat, not because of the energy that's put into them from the crowd, but because of the talent.
But that's not what you said.
Yes, I did.
No, that's what you said, but that's not what I was talking about. That's not what you
I'm
said.
so sorry.
You were right saying like some of the guys from the winning team
Are
is
still
returning.
there.
The entire team on the basketball team is returning. It's only one new freshman on their team.
So that pushes it even more.
That's why I said it furthers your point. That's why I said you made a great take. That was
Now, I can also say though, like going back to energy, like you said, we always put into the football team, like we know y'all gonna lose, and they lose,
and then we be surprised when
and
they
we
win.
win. I also think energy can also cause pressure. So because we know it's only one new person on this basketball team, the basketball team can get too comfortable and be like, "Oh, we already won."
I hope they don't get too comfortable.
I hope they don't, but like energy can turn into pressure. Oh, maybe you're the problem.
No, I ain't the problem.
But still, like energy can turn into stress. I mean, pressure, and pressure you can break under pressure. So even though like people are like, yeah, it's the same team, they can just do the same thing they did, do even better. Like you learn from your mistake. You're only as strong as your last game. So you keep going, and if you have all this pressure on you, you could like fail ultimately.
The football team, every time, I don't care if they win or lose. I always want them to win, but like I only care about them winning on homecoming. Like
I felt that.
I feel like I don't care if y'all lose every game that year. At least win homecoming.
Why?
Cause it's like we already lit coming to the game, right? And to say you're not a good team, and then be surprised when y'all win. Now you give us even more of a reason to just be crazy. And then when y'all come outside, it's like y'all in the middle of the season, y'all just got torched by 30, and then y'all outside having fun, drinking, homecoming, having fun. It's like, bro, y'all need to go back to the field and practice. But it's like, if y'all win, it's like, yeah, y'all might not be a good team, but at least y'all won for the alumni, won for the occasion. People gonna overlook that, and that's just how it is. But it's like, then you got the actual sports people be like, yeah, y'all lost and it's homecoming, so we gonna spare y'all. But it's like, come on now.
Can I be honest? I feel like even hold on, let me think about how I say this. Like, if they lost during homecoming, we'll spare them. But I feel like even when they lose on a regular basis, we still spare them. Like, it's they lost, go back.
But
like,
we just don't. We just, some people be like, oh, y'all talk all heavy, but I'm like, but y'all be losing.
Yeah, it's no way. I know we spare them because we still go and like cheer them on real heavy next game. Like, it's never no like, y'all like, no, y'all need to do better. Like, no one's really sitting there like us wise besides like they coaches and like team and stuff. It's like, yeah, no, like, you just gonna lose. Not no, yeah, you need to go get better. It's just, yeah, y'all gonna lose that game. So like, we always spare them if you really think about it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
We always, yes, we always spare them. Semaj said that his favorite college football team, right, is Lincoln because you went here. But ask him, he's from, where you from? Philadelphia, PA? Yes. Ask him what his favorite football team is.
Oh, I'm a Saints fan. Who that, baby?
But you...
y'all, yeah, the Eagles just beat us. Yes, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't care. The Eagles just beat us. But at the end of the day...
You just contradicted yourself.
I'm still a who that man. I bleed black and gold.
So do you think like the Eagles are trash?
No. So why I'm not an Eagles fan is just because I hate Eagle fans. Like, you gotta think about, I grew up around them. I grew up, like, everybody in my family are Eagle fans. You know, you got some Dallas, you might got some these people, but it's like Eagle fans. And then I grew up around other Eagle fans. It's just like, y'all, they delusional. They're just like Cowboy fans. They're delusional. They think they're gonna win every year. Like, they're super delusional. Like, that's just like, come on now. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just go pick a different team. And that's just how it's always been. Like,
what?
Like, y'all just, huh?
I just said what? Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And then it's like, when it comes to college, like, I'm saying, like, when it comes to Division 1, 2, or I don't got no Division 3 teams, but like Division 2 is going to be Lincoln football and basketball through and through because I went here. Then, and I played basketball. Then when it comes to like Division 1, I'll cheer Alabama on for football. I'll cheer UConn on for basketball, men's and women's basketball. Hockey, I'm a Penguins fan. That's the crazy part. Yeah. I like the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a Penguins. I'm a diehard Penguins fan, and I don't watch hockey at all. That's the crazy part. I don't watch hockey.
Is any of your favorite sports teams from Philadelphia?
One team.
The Phillies? No way.
There you go. But at the end of the I have a favorite sports team in every sport, even if I don't watch the sport, because it's just like the team that I know I like. If they start winning, it won't be just me hopping on the bandwagon. I'll just be like, I'll say it. Because people will ask me every here and there. They'll be like, oh, who's your favorite basketball team? I'm a Jazz fan. They'll be like, huh? Jazz ain't never been really good. We've been good, but they not winning. I'm a Jazz fan because of my dad. My dad's a Jazz fan. So it's like, all right, it's reasonable. The Phillies, I just got to have one home team. Like, you can't.
No, that's not. You need to have a home team because you really...
No, I've been a Phillies fan my entire life.
Okay.
Like, I cried when they lost to the Yankees in the World Series. Like, I was boohoo with tears.
So did you cry when the Saints lost against the Eagles?
No, I'm grown.
Oh.
I don't care about that. It's not going. I don't get paid for that.
I would cry my favorite team.
No, I did cry. All right, so the year the Saints won the Super Bowl, right? The year after, they made it to the playoffs, like the second round in the playoffs, and they lost to the Seahawks, and it was Marshawn Lynch. It was like a 70-yard touchdown. I was like 11. That was the last time I cried over a sport, unless I actually played myself and I lost that game. Maybe I cried after that, but that was the last time I cried over like professional sports or whatever. Because I'm just like, yeah, that's my team. Yeah, but no, crying over a team again? Nah, I might be mad because it's like, what are y'all doing? Because we had the chance, so.
I will cry. I'm just emotional like that. Like I cheered for
Tighten
you.
up.
I was here, and you lost. I would cry.
What? Wait, if I lost?
No, the team, my favorite team.
Oh.
The team I'm rooting for. I don't have no favorite teams. I just watch the game. If I do watch
You
it.
don't even be knowing what's going on
I don't.
sometimes.
I don't.
You just know what team is what team.
Yeah.
That's it.
By the colors.
And
Oh my gosh, fun fact, I was a cheerleader, and my favorite season was football season. I did not know what was going on. I just had to watch and see like who had the ball to know what cheers to call. But I did not know what was going on. If there was no scoreboard, I did not know the score.
that's ridiculous.
I'm so serious. Especially, oh my gosh, when I first started and they had scrimmages, I did not know you did not count the points in scrimmages. So I was so confused.
Because it's the exhibition, so
You don't even gotta try to explain it. I'm grown.
You want to know another fun fact since you said about cheerleading?
Go
Remember
ahead.
we crossed paths before we
Yeah.
ever met?
Yeah. And I did not know what was going on. That was a basketball, and I did not know what was
Listen,
going on. Just did the
so
cheers.
let me tell y'all like a quick story, people. So high school, I was visiting a school.
Wait, no. You gotta start with the background, how this story came up. So it was a trend on TikTok where like they show like this person usually cross your path before something. And I sent it to him. I was like, this is cool. I forget what it was called. Some type of effect.
it was a video saying that you cross paths with somebody before you meet them.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
it was people telling their stories about that. And I was like, look how this person, yeah.
I was like,
and then like
that
a
was
week
just like
later,
us.
go ahead.
So this story was I was visiting her school that she was cheering at.
I wasn't even there yet. I was an 8th
Oh yeah,
grader.
well yeah,
doing the
that's crazy.
program.
So we both were visiting, but her middle school was cheering with that high school for that game, and I was visiting because I played basketball at the time, so I was trying to transfer schools, and it was a video that someone took of her.
My mom.
Okay, your
My
mom.
mommy.
That's my baby. That's my baby. But her mom took a video of her, and in the video, I have on a red hoodie, and you can see me clear as day. I don't know who pointed that out.
Me.
Was that you? Yeah, I was. That was crazy because I was like, wow, that really was me. You can see my dad's shiny head in the video too.
Yeah, I think I was like cleaning my iPad or something. Or I think my mom had sent them to me, the videos, because she
You
had
showed me on your
found
phone
them.
though.
Yeah, my mom had sent them to me.
Oh,
Either I found them on my iPad and sent them to myself, or my mom found them and sent them to me. And I was like, this is you. He was like, no, it's not. It was you.
it was definitely me. Cause I had to look. I'm like, I always lean up when I'm like, cause my back.
Because you're... Oh,
You be killing me.
wrap it up.
You ready to wrap it up?
Go ahead.
Well, it's been real. Make sure y'all shop Embrace Dreams Co. Just the brand. Support us. We love y'all. Thank y'all, people. We out.
Tune into the podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at embracedream.thepodcast.